Welcome back to my channel. I am Tammy. You are here on Tammy Talks, where we talk TV shows. So let's get into season 13, episode 14, Country Chaos of Married at First Sight. Let's go ahead and talk Johnny and Bao. If you are new to my channel or just returning for like the 11th time and you have not subscribed, please go ahead, hit the subscribe button, thumbs up the video. If you enjoyed the content, leave some comments down below. Let's get into the mess, y'all. So, all right, like I said, episode 14. So, Bao is excited to go on the trip, the couples trip, only to see the other couples. So we do, well, I noticed at least that they are now sleeping in separate bedrooms. And it looks like they have like a queen size bed or so in the master room, and then it looked like Johnny was on a cot. It looked like Johnny was on the cot in the other bedroom. So that was kind of like a oh, okay, Johnny. So Johnny said that he does not want to share a bed with Bao. So once they get there, they walk in, they're looking at the beds, and he's like, he doesn't want to share a bed with her. He doesn't really want to share a room with her. And I'm like, really? So like it's escalated to that, Johnny, and I'm like, you know what? Nothing that Johnny says at this point even shocks me anymore with him. So it's like, okay. So Bao cooked dinner for everybody, which I took as a shot to her being like, you said I didn't cook. I'm cooking. So they had like some pasta. Jose grilled the chicken out for them. And she made like a salad. I mean, it looked decent enough. So Johnny said that his goal is to spend as little time as possible with Bao. So they are all sitting out around the fire and around the fire and stuff, and Johnny gives Brett this box of cookies that's on behalf of everybody. That's kind of like a here's something for backstory. We know you miss him because we know her dog passed away. So everybody kind of gets in and trickles off to bed with their spouse, the ones that kind of sort of somewhat like each other. And Bao and Johnny and then Ryan and Brett are still outside. Um, Johnny and Bao come to find out that Ryan and Brett will not be sharing a room either. So the girls decide that they are going to take the two bedrooms, and the guys are basically left to like figure it out. So the guys, Ryan and Johnny end up flipping. Johnny wants the bedroom, and Johnny just kind of asks Ryan, like, I didn't know it was kind of here. You guys probably need to talk. You need to just kind of tell her, how you feel, which is what everybody is telling Ryan. But I kind of feel like, oh, excuse me, I kind of feel like Johnny is just not the best person to be giving anybody advice. Your marriage is trash. Absolutely trash right now. So, the next day, the girls are out sitting together, having lunch inside while the guys are outside talking. And Bao goes on this rant, y'all, about how she doesn't have trust and commitment in her relationship. So Michaela goes on this spiel talking about the problems that her and Zach are having. And Bao kind of tells her, like, talking to Mirla, who's like half asleep, but talking to Mirla, Rachel, and Michaela, saying that you guys, at least, you have more than Brett and I do, because you have guys that are at least engaged with you, that are at least trying to communicate with you. She said that she doesn't have trust and communication in her marriage because she feels like, at any point Johnny could leave because that's what he does. You know what I mean? Johnny leaves during arguments. Johnny goes home to rest and relax. She doesn't trust that Johnny is not going to dog her out to everybody else and, the next person he can find, or his family. So meanwhile, Johnny is outside, and he said that he realizes that he is more emotional than he thought. I said, oh yeah? Okay, Johnny, you're just now noticing that you're an emotional little bitch. All right, sir. If this is what it takes for you to find out, okay. So, Bao then goes in, and she's talking to the girls, and she's saying that she's fed up. and she doesn't feel like this is fair because she says come. She did not come here to be embarrassed like this. She came looking for love. She came looking for a soulmate. She came looking for marriage. She didn't come to be disrespected. She didn't come to be criticized constantly. She didn't come to be cut down and tore down at every single moment that she got. And then she said that she kind of looked back at her parents' marriage. Her parents have been married for about 50 years. And she remembers like some of the issues that her parents went through. And she says she remembers that as a little girl saying that she would never allow herself to be treated like this. She would never settle for someone talking to her like this. She would never settle for someone not giving her the respect that she deserves. You know what I mean? And she said that she had a moment, I guess, like within the past week where she looked at herself in the mirror and she feels like she failed herself because she's allowing Johnny to do all these things to her while she's just kind of holding on to this like girl school or college crush that she had on him. So she said that she now knows her self worth, and I said, okay, Val, come on, girl. So she said she knows her worth. She knows what she is worthy of. She knows what she needs from a partner, and Johnny is just not it. And I said, all right, we going. So then they go skeet shooting together and with Ryan and Brett, and Bao is all into it. And one thing that I do like about Bao is Bao seems like a very adventurous person. Like she knows how to have fun. She's willing to try a bunch of stuff because we saw her do the skydiving. I almost feel like Ryan and Bao should have been matched together because they both seem like they enjoy going out and doing more outdoorsy type things or just doing adventurous stuff all together. Um, Meanwhile, Bao was out there shooting a gun. Now she couldn't get it. She thought that it had like jammed and she ended up shooting randomly. And I said, y'all, Bao gonna kill y'all asses out there because she ain't paying attention. Um, but then we see Johnny talking to Brett, and he's like trying to give her advice on what Ryan should do and what she should do. Worry about yourself. Worry about yourself, Johnny. Ridiculous. Worry about the fact that you said that even though you want to work on the friendship with your wife, you want to spend as little time as possible with her on this trip. Tell me how that makes sense. Tell me. Tell me how that makes sense. One thing that I did not care for Bao doing this episode is how nosy she was. I felt like Bao kept inserting herself into Zach and Michaela's business. So when Zach and Michaela had their first argument during the daytime outside, we saw Bao come out right away and talk to Michaela about it. And on one hand, she's like giving Michaela good advice, to be honest. She's giving Michaela good advice about, you can't be mad if someone is not at the same place that you are in this relationship when you guys just met 2 months ago. You have to give him time to, get there. And I think it's like, okay, you're giving good advice. But then later, when Zach and Michaela were having their big blow up argument, Bao sat in the door the entire time and watched them and then followed them outside while they were arguing. And it's kind of like, why are you so invested in what's going on with them? You know what I mean? So I did not like that. I did not like that about Bao. The couple, what I did find funny, which Johnny didn't, is they did like these superlatives, like yearbook superlatives, and they did who is like the biggest drama queen. And Bao wrote Johnny's name so fast, and she put a crown over it, and Johnny cut them little beady eyes at her with the okay, Bao, I got you dramatic is what he was given. But Bao and Johnny, nothing really happened with them. They had a very peaceful trip because they ignored each other. The only thing that I can really think of is like Bao did not seem to realize they were not going to be sharing a room together, because when they did get there, they picked a room out together, and then Johnny kind of threw her for the okie doke. But Bao has checked out of the marriage, and I'm glad she has checked out of the marriage, because, girl, this is not for you. This is not the marriage for you. If you have not already, please go ahead, subscribe to my channel, thumbs up the video, leave some comments down below. Nothing to talk about with Johnny and Bao this week, y'all. It's a blessing, because I'm sure next week is going to be some foolishness with them. I will catch you guys next week.